Hello and welcome to ARK, a complete series. Well, where we are today is, well, it's a pretty dangerous place actually, and for that reason, it's not surprisingly, it's actually called the Forbidden Zone. We're not allowed to come here, so it's a case of I thought, well, yeah, why not? I mean, part of the reason is just the fact that the respawn rate in this area is just crazy. I mean, this is where we are incidentally. We're right up on the top bare border of the map. 043, and something's hassling us at the minute. Oh, it's a Giga. Ugh. What else would you expect around here? We're up here because it's a great place, I'm finding, to get things like the corrupted hearts, fire talons as well. It's also a good place to come to get these, the Giga hearts as well, because we need those for the actual King Titan. So we're going to need these, no matter what Titan you take on, you're going to need corrupted hearts, and I need a lot of them. But I also need, corrupted hearts as well. Fire talons, pretty good. I'm getting a lot of these T-Rex arms. Are you going to follow or what? So what I've done is I've actually brought 3 Gigas with me. I mean, the respawn rate around here is just crazy. It's a case of, yeah, no sooner have you cleared out one sort of like Giga or Rex, and it's a case of the, a few more just suddenly decide to respawn. And they don't just like respawn like on some part of the map that's, that's not where you can't see. They literally start to respawn right in front of you. It's just that crazy. I'm stuck. Tell you what, go and see that Rex over there. Go and hassle that Rex, will you? We're all stuck. No, this is not helping. I mean, I've actually set these two onto a high follow distance. Oh, see what I mean? How they just suddenly spawn in front of you. But I've set these onto a high follow distance because if they follow you on the default setting of medium, yeah, they'll just rapidly bunch up and you just can't move all the time. I've also got the resource gathering disabled. I still do the actual item collection. So that's the important stuff. I don't know if I dare get off this thing, but I'll show you what I mean. So you go to for those two it's set to high, and for the harvest settings it's set to disabled for the resource harvesting. Victim item collection is what we still need because we need these things here. So we've still got them gathering the important stuff. Anything, they collect quite a few bits and pieces for some strange reason still. But I don't want them gathering meat and prime meat especially because it quickly runs out. Now, these 3 here, they're actually pretty new because I've just brought them over from the island, so I'm kind of like solving 2 problems really. I want to get them leveled. I'm not going to put anything into their health, I'm just going to put it into their melee. So they're the same as the other 3 that I've got. They all come from one female, a level 145 that I tamed on the island quite a while back. So that's Bertha. I did some breeding. Now, although I've got some Gigas back on the island that have got a lot of mutations, this set that I'm using, they don't have any, because I just wanted to run tests to see if I could still do things without needing all those mutations, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, some of them do. I mean, Glory here and the other female, they got a mutation when they were born. I'm not sure what it is. Nothing particularly important, I don't think. But yeah, just pretty much normal Gigas, if you will, and I'm just leveling them as I'm going along, because there's a couple of things I need to do, really. I mean, one is to level these, but also to get... Well, you need a lot of these to be able to take on the King Titan. And you need an absolute ton of these corrupted hearts. So, I mean, I've done videos on other ways to collect the corrupted hearts, but this seems to be a much better place, to be honest, because the respawn rate is just crazy. That's interesting. We can't... Oh, you actually did manage to get it. We also get these talons as well, because every now and again you'll get a wyvern. But most of the hearts I'm getting from the actual... I'd say it's probably mostly the Rexes I get them from. Sometimes I don't get any, but most of the time I do. But it's the Rexes and the Gigas that seem to be spawning the most around here. So I think while I'm here, whereabouts are we at now? I'm still in the Forbidden Zone. If we go a bit further along, I think it's a bit safe because there's certain drop-offs around here where you start falling off ledges, and that's never good. But I quite like having these 3 Gigas. So I've been through here before with the original 3 gigas that I brought over. And I'm just trialing these 3 because I want to level these ones up. So I'm not putting anything to health, just pretty much just gonna just put everything into melee, whatever we get. So those 2 are just basically following along. I've got them on attack my target because they're... Well, if I put them on... Oh no, I didn't want to get off. Oh! That wasn't good. Right, who are we on here? I need to be on glory. That's the one downside, is if you accidentally get off, it's a case of something will probably spawn around you. I've literally stood, you know, just in like this, where I've just got the 3 gigas next to each other here, and next thing, like, I had an actual corrupted giga suddenly spawn around us, which is nuts. I mean, that's how crazy this respawn rate is around here. Right, so we're going to have to take a bit of a wander around here, because I want to have a look down there. I mean, it's a pretty flat sort of area if I come down to this part, whereas if I go further up, it's the ramp that we come down back there, where that Rex is. That's where I came from, because right up there is where the actual King Titan spawns. So when you do take the King Titan on, you're coming into the Forbidden Zone. And we see it's got an interesting name. Oh, look at that! There's a Giga just spawned. So I've done this with just 1 Giga, but the trouble is that you end up losing an awful lot of health. Because the trouble with Gigas is that you lose a lot of stats compared to the actual the actual original wild Gigas. They nerf the health and melee and all sorts. So it's a case of, yeah, I'm bringing 3 down just to, well, A, because it'll go quicker, but B, I'll do a heck of a lot better than just 1. I've been through here with just the 1, but it's, yeah, you may as well just bring 3 down. It's easy. If you've already got a breeding set, you may as well do that. Let's see if I can turn around. Oh, are you stuck? You're stuck. That's one thing I find a bit weird around here is that... Ooh, I love that. When you actually take the Gigas out, they end up saying like the skin just suddenly like disappears when you've actually finished. Bizarre. Right, let's see how we're doing. Ooh, that's one thing I don't like, is getting set on fire. That is bad. It's bad enough like we're getting, you know, chewed up and spun out by blooming Gigas, but yeah, getting set on fire doesn't help at all. Ah, there we go, that's what I like. It's called the Grip of Torment now. So yeah, so right up there is where the actual King Titan spawns. So I come down into here, and it's just, I don't have to really go too far because the respawn is just, it's just crazy how quickly everything respawns around here. So I'm just wandering around just with the 1 Giga and the other 2 on follow. So, you know, disable the resource collections, and I've got them on attack my target. Because if I put them on neutral, it doesn't always seem to be helpful. They don't seem to be too interested. I don't know if it's to do with their aggro range. And one thing I found as well is if you set the harvesting setting, as well as the follow distance, that seems to get lost if you put a dino into a cryopod, because you pop them back out again and they just reset for some strange reason. Are you 2 coming or not? I've got them on high, but it still feels like close. I've tried, you know, the highest setting. The highest setting is just crazy then. Oh, we're on fire, but we've got your level. Good. So the plan is basically I'm just going to work my way through here and get as many corrupted hearts as I can, as many Giga hearts as I can. I'll be able to level these 3 Gigas as we go along. So I'll solve 2 problems doing that. Because I'm going to need an absolute ton of these corrupted hearts. Well, I haven't worked out exactly how many I'm going to need, but when you think about it, I mean, you've got to do the King Titan with Gamma level. So you need a lot of corrupted hearts to do that. But to do that, you need to have defeated all 3 Titans. Each of those needs 100 corrupted hearts. I can't remember how many corrupted hearts you need to take on the King Titan, but yeah, you need an absolute ton of corrupted hearts just to be able to take on the actual Gamma Titan. And then you've got to repeat the whole thing again. So that's another, at least another probably 400 to take on the actual beat, and then another probably like another 400 maybe to take on the king. But if you actually want to tame the actual titans to actually help you take on the king titan, that's another 100 each time. There's one thing I'm just going to see what's going to be like is that the plan is to tame those king titans, but they'll only last, you've only got them for a certain amount of time. And there's a gap. I think you've got to wait something like 5 hours plus before you can take on another titan. That's what I've been finding with the other ones. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same with a king titan. So I suspect that even if I manage to get all 3 titans to do, say, like gamma level. Seriously? Are you not bothering? Come on. Even if I manage to get all 3 titans to take me through gamma level, and even if they do survive to do the beta level, I don't know if they'll be able to last, because I'd have to wait about roughly 15 hours. Yeah, well, 10 hours probably. Yeah. So that's about at least 10 hours I'd have to wait. So yeah, I don't know if I could pull it off with just, you know, one set of tames. Okay, that was interesting. It kind of like moonwalked across there. So we're back into the forbidden zone now. So where are we now? We're getting right up into the... I'm just curious because I've never been along here, I must admit. I never really bothered with this area. So I'm just curious to know what it's like around here. Oh, not surprisingly, like there's just tons and tons of these things like gigas and what have you are spawning. Ooh. Those two are still here? Oh yeah, you're still here, are you? Good, that's a good sign. I mean, on the plus side, I mean, they're not, you know, there's no like clips or anything to pull up, so I've had that. I've had that where I've got one of the ramps turned around and one of the gigas is actually missing. It's like, oh no, where's it gone? And then I've had to do a mad sort of like dash to save it again. Good. But I'm definitely curious to see what this like, to see where it leads to more than anything. More of it, it's like as I say, the plan is to get a lot of corrupted hearts and what have you, but it's also, I'm just curious to see what this place is like. The only trouble is I'm finding things like the actual, there's little areas where you kind of like get trees, if you will. One minute you see them, one minute you don't, and you keep wondering like, why am I stuck on something? So it always looks a bit weird, I must admit, at least in this particular area of the map, I should say. Is it stuck on a rock or something? Just eat it. Silly Billy. Which one are you? Oh, you're Gertie. Yeah, this one's Glory. This one I'm on is called Glory. That one there's Gertie, and that one, that's Greg. Greg's the male. So this time, I think the original set I got, it was 2 males. I think it's 2 males and a female. This time I was lucky. I got 2 eggs. The first egg gave me twins, 2 females. So that's quite lucky in some respect. Right, are you two coming along or what? Or are you stuck? It's stuck. Come on! You haven't got all day, you know. There's a Giga over here to eat. Oh wow, you actually climbed up. Wow, I've never seen them do that. That's scary, actually. Now that I think about it, if you can do it, then a wild one can do it. Fine light. I'm going to think twice about hiding on a cliff in future. I thought it was just the Rexes could pull that stunt off. Right, let's clear you out. I don't really pay any attention to what level these things are. I mean, these Gigas that hand out just so much damage. And yet they're not, you know, there's nothing particularly wonderful about them. They just all come from A145 I happen to get, and then that thing gets seriously nerfed. Ah, now this is interesting. I think I know where we're heading. We're heading towards the actual snow biome now. Think about it. Ah, now that makes sense. So we're heading towards the snow biome out there. So that's just happens to be a different way in. Yeah. I mean, I actually came over here with a wyvern I was going to actually leave it, but then I thought better not because there's Murphy's Law that another wyvern flying bang on the side of eating. Seriously, you two? Can you not be bothered? That's better. Sometimes I have to like. I think it's to do with the aggro range. They've got such a short aggro range. They're not interested. So whereabouts are we then? So yeah, so we're just wandering around the top then. So we're coming out of the top of the Blood Hollows. Okay, that doesn't sound good. But that's where that leads obviously to the actual snow biome. Oh, fair enough. The Blood Hollows. Oh, I like that name, I must admit. Right, out of curiosity, tell you what, I think we'll go outside where there's less spawning going on, because I've been at this for about a quarter of an hour roughly. So I'm curious to see what we've been able to get out of all this, because those two should have harvested some items. I mean, the actual item collection, the normal harvesting is disabled on them. So I feel a bit safer out here. Right, so what have you got? So you've got 8, 2, 1, 2... Actually, are you on... What are you on? You're on passive, right, okay. So these two should be on attack by target. Yeah, they're on attack by target. Right, so, ooh, wow. 24 levels. Okay, I think we'll be putting that into your melee there. So it's definitely a good way to level things up then. We've got 8 of them. Okey-dokey. What about you, Gertie? What did you get? You've got 25 levels. Woohoo! So my other Gigas are at about 270 something. So yeah, we're not too far off. So that's not too bad. I mean, 78 in the space of a quarter of an hour. We've almost got 10 of these, which is what we need 10 of these talons to be able to take on one of the titans. I can't remember which one, but you only need 100. Well, see, you only need 100. We've got 22 of these hearts, but that's not too bad for the space of about a quarter of an hour. I mean, they'll get better. As I put more levels into their melee, we'll be able to clear things out at a much quicker rate. So I'm noticing I forgot to bring any food with me, but I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to go through a different path. I want to head down that way this time. So I'll just make sure these turn around, because they've got such a crazy turning distance. I've got to be a bit careful with them. If ever I go like near a ramp, Murphy's Law, they'll just walk off the edge. I don't know why they don't have like enough intelligence not to do that. Well, I suppose there are times where you actually do want them to do it, but I'm curious what's down this side. Right, so that's a Rex. I'm not particularly interested. Thank you very much. We'll have that. Actually, did we get anything off that? No. So this is the Blood Hollows. So these just Rexes by the looks of it. Yeah, so as these get better, it just gets quicker and quicker. Let's see. Right, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start dropping things, because... Wait. There's two sides to this I'm finding. Is it doesn't just matter whether the inventory's full, weight is a big problem as well. So I'm going to actually drop all of those T-Rex arms, because they just weigh a ton. So if you're top heavy, I found that these things stop gathering the actual items. I mean, normally when the devs introduce this like capacity limit, you normally get like a weight, a black weight icon suddenly appears, which means you can't gather anything. The dinosaur will stop gathering anything into its inventory. But I've also found if you're top heavy, it has a problem. That causes issues as well, where it doesn't actually collect anything. Chances are the bags are actually back there, but the trouble is they despawn so quickly. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Chances are they'll despawn so quickly, and something else will spawn around you quickly that you miss it anyway. And that's one of the reasons I do like the Gigas, because I know when I was originally on ARK, And I was using, I think it was a Managama. I was using that. That was really good to take things down. But the problem is it just didn't gather anything. It didn't gather any of these essential items, any of the tributes. And it meant that I was having to keep getting off the actual the Managama to pick them up. So it just wasn't practical at all, whereas the Giga does pick them up probably about 99 times out of 100. Right, just back up a bit, and hopefully these two will get involved. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, it always varies as to how many like hearts you get, but that weight limit, especially those T-Rex arms, they actually weigh 2. Each one weighs 2. So it quickly runs out. I mean, my weight's pretty good. I mean, I've got 500 weight, but I quickly run out. Oh, raptors. Oh, there's a wyvern. So that should be able to get us up to 10. Oh, there's another one over there. So where are we at now? Oh, we're back into the forbidden zone. Okay. So we're coming back outside again by the looks of it. Well, there's a Giga over there, so that's something I'm interested in. So we're not too bad. I mean, we've still got over half of our health. I mean, we're getting a ton of levels. You two still following? I'm just checking. Whoop, there's a Giga just spawned behind us. So there, I mean, you don't necessarily have to wander this entire area like I'm doing. I'm just doing it because out of sheer curiosity. I haven't really been around here. Just in case I'm just curious to see what the place is like. We're stuck. You two, we're stuck. Right, over there. That's better. Kind of. Right, that one's out the way. Right. No. Are you stuck again? Right, that's better. That's the only downside, is they get stuck every now and again. As long as they're on high, it seems a lot better than being on medium, I must admit. That's the follow distance, I should say. Yeah, I keep forgetting I shouldn't sprint with these things. They just got no stamina whatsoever. So we'll be able to clear this lot out, and I'll end up with like 10 talons if I haven't already got. Yeah, we're up to 8, so we should be able to come out here with at least 10 talons. There's another Giga. We'll take that one out while we're at it. Why not? So I think we're just literally going to be doubling back on ourselves by the looks of it. Nothing particularly wonderful, I'm noticing. Just different sections do have different names. Seriously, you lot? I don't know. Some people. Right, so you go on another level. I'll have that. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. So Rex just suddenly spawned next to us. Look, seriously, this is not the time for fun and games. Appreciate the level up, but you know, just saying. Right, let's take this beastie out. You, come on. Come on, get involved. Stop time wasting. So I think we'll head up that ramp over there. Hang on a minute, is that where we came from? No, oh, surely. This can't be the same place, surely. Where are we at? 51. Still, it doesn't seem to make much difference where I go. I'm always at 0. It must be just some sort of loop. We must have just looped around it. Oh, right, fair enough. Head down that way then, out of curiosity. I think that's just going to lead back outside. Yeah, I suspect that'll just lead back outside. But I think by the time I've done a serious tour of this place, it'll be like below half health. But we should have gathered quite a lot. That's something I should really check. Actually, I should check to see how those other two are doing. I've actually got these bionic costumes on them. I've been gathering them over time. So you're still gathering, so that's a good sign. I better check what these two are doing first. How are you doing? So you're alright. Yeah. Everyone gets excited, aren't they? I'm stuck. Oh man. Right, how are you doing? So you're down to about 18. Okay, fair enough. Everyone's still alive. That's the important bit. I mean, Glory's doing better because obviously she gets the boost because I'm riding it, because she'll get a 20% damage bonus and a 20% damage resistance. Because that's with them being... Well, they're all fully imprinted. So they get more base levels by being fully imprinted, but only Glory gets that extra boost, if you will. But yeah, the respawn rate is just so high. I mean, realistically, you may as well just hang around that area for a short while, because, you know, you don't have to be out of render range for things to spawn in. They'll just spawn in right in front of you. How many arms? We're getting just way too many of these arms. So where are we at now? Oh, back into the grip of torment. One thing I must admit I find quite amusing is those like really little arm things. They're like, they just wiggle around and it's like seriously creepy. It's like, I don't know what it is, it's something to do with the corruption. It's like some sort of like alien or something, that. Where they just wiggle around. They're all over the place and they're just like seriously freaky. So where are we at now then? We're still at 0 north. Oh, yeah, fair enough. So we're moving quite, you know, further south, I suppose, but we'll just look at 0 for a while. We're still in the grip of torment yet. Yeah. Oh, more wyverns, that's a good sign. I mean, that's a good thing, actually. I mean, there's... I mean, the rich... I think it was just my perceptive... I think it was... I just caught sight of that Giga at the corner of my eye, and I thought, wow, you know, that perspective there, that Giga looks seriously big. Right, there's quite a few things around here anyway. So here's what three of these are. And that's unusual the way that... Normally, like, Gigas have got a very short... Well, you've got a very long angle range, I should say. Not a long angle range, it's a short angle range. I'm getting confused again. You've got to be really close up to them for angle. So the range is short, if you will. Yeah. You're like these lot, you're getting excited over nothing. And you're getting stuck. I'll leave them two to take out the wyvern. Oh, seriously, don't chase it, just eat it. Well, if you're gonna kill it, you may as well, like, harvest it. Ah, yeah, see, it's not picking things up. Probably because things are getting too heavy again. So it's a bit deceptive, as I say, because it's... I got really used to the weight icon where it was actually warning you of things. Because when you get that warning, it's a case of nothing, you know, nothing's going to get collected. So I got too used to that. And then when I suddenly notice, it's a case of, hang on a minute, we're not collecting anything, there's something wrong here. And it's just literally even the weight itself will start to kick in. So you might have enough space, because that's what that warning's about. You're running out of slots. But if you run out of, if you're getting close to the weight, it's a case of, yeah, you'll still not pick things up. So we could go in that direction there. I think I'll just go a bit further down here. So we're still in the grip of torment. Yeah, fair enough. I'm doing okay for health. Not too fussed about health. Ooh. Go on, you two. Join in. There's no point getting glory here, getting all the glory. Unintended. Right, go on. Oh. They just spawned in and kind of light. I'm more interested. I think that's leading out by the looks of it. Are you having fun with the Rex, are you? That's not too bad. I mean, like 1400 damage. Seriously? Waste not, want not. I'm trying to gather like resources here, you know. Yes, I think we'll head out in that direction. I mean, I'm tempted to go up there, mind. Let's have a look. So we're still in the forbidden zone again. So I've gone from the grip of torment to the forbidden zone. I think it's just going to loop back on us on itself. Yeah, looks like it's just looping around. Oh wow, 3 Rexes. Fair I can take them up just bigger. That's one thing I must admit. I'm really pleased the devs created this extinction map, because it's absolutely ideal for Gigas. I really never bothered with Gigas until I came to extinction, because the problem I always had with the Gigas was just the stamina on them sucked. But they do like a ton of damage, but the stamina just wasn't practical to just like go wandering around many places. That's what I felt. But since I've been on extinction, I got to test out Gigas, and it's like, wow, these things are just oh no, because they just do so much damage. So you just keep pumping the the damage level, and just get better and better. And they're ideal for this sort of stuff. Right, let's get rid of this garbage. Don't need this. I've got plenty of Rex arms. So we're up to. So we've already gone. Yeah, I know. There's one of the Titans needs the fire talons, and so we're well past it as far as like corrupted hearts. We've probably got way more Giga hearts than we need. So that's about like half an hour. So up there then is where the actual King Titan will spawn. So we've pretty much just probably come back outside, and by the looks of it. Let's play this one. Just see where this goes to. I think it's because of the harsh conditions gives me a bit of a clue in a minute. Still a forbidden zone though. Mush, mush. It's no use getting bunched up. Seriously? Right. Wow, there's a lot of Rexes here, so at least we'll get more hearts this way. More Gigas. Ooh, there's more Gigas. I think I might head up in this direction. Out of curiosity. I'm pretty sure we're pretty much outside now. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's not good. Because I told them to go somewhere, they're not following anymore. That's a bad idea. Hang on, hang on. Hang on. No, leave me alone. I need these two. I need these two to help. Right, come on you two. Come on. Get involved. Seriously. It'll go a lot quicker if you two get involved, you know. You just sit on your foot, it's not going to happen. Right, clear. Whoa, Stu. Like I say, I mean, there's no really particular need to go like wandering around, because the respawn rate is just so crazy high, it's just nuts. You can just more or less stay in a very small area and then just go backwards and forwards. I think we're getting to the point now where we're not getting that much XP. So where's she up to? Oh, no, we're not too far off at about 55,000. Oh, yes, that's got us up to 55,000 in health. 55,000k, yeah, that would be good. 55,000, right, put that into... But now is not the time to get excited, so I'm pretty sure we're back outside now. Yeah, that looks as though we're outside again. So I may as well just turn around and head backwards again. So yeah, I must admit, I do actually like this forbidden zone. I mean, there's other sort of stuff. I mean, I'm going to be doing the Ice Titan next, but that needs Spinos and Therizino claws. I have seen the occasional Spino around here, but I think there's better places to get the sails. Therizinos, there's a lot of those I mean, there's quite a lot of them outside there, but I usually tend to find a lot of those out by where the forest area is. But yeah, I think the next thing is now I've managed to collect a lot of these parts. The next thing is to be going after the actual ice type. But that's all for another episode.